Hello there. Welcome to your 4th yoga class. I'm Stephanie and I will be your yoga teacher for today. We're going to have some fun learning all kinds of new poses. We will visit a couple of the ones that we've already done to challenge you and see if you can remember them. Today's class, we're going to start lying down on our backs. Everyone's favorite way to begin class. So go ahead and put your legs out long towards the end of your mat, palms face up, and tuck those shoulders under. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Welcome. Way to roll out your mat and show up for yourself today. Good job. So much comes from simply showing up. The confidence that it gives us, the power we gain, spending time with yourself is self-love, and we all need more of it. Go ahead and start to notice how your body feels today. How do your sits bones feel against the mat? How does your shoulders feel? What's the air in the room like? Bring yourself into the now. Drop everything else. No more thoughts of what's next. No thoughts of the to-do list for today. No thoughts of what someone said to you. Try to bring your awareness simply to the present moment. The rise and fall of your belly and your chest with every inhale and exhale. Yogis are known for being able to control their anxiety with their breath. I challenge you this week at some point to try this. When you feel yourself in an uncomfortable or stressful or high anxiety moment, and you begin to feel your palms sweat and your heart begin to race, let go of what you're thinking of and start to breathe. Not just any breath, deep breaths in our belly. Bring all of your attention to breathing into your belly. Do this about 10 times, and you can almost watch and feel the anxiety or the worry just slip away. We control our bodies with our thoughts. Our minds create tension, anxiety, worry, stress. They're all created by our minds. Don't allow them to have that power over you anymore. Take control with your breath. It's such a simple action. No one has any reason to not at least try and practice this every day. Okay, bring those arms up overhead. Big full body stretch like you're just about to roll out of bed. Point the toes. Grab for the rope ahead. And relax. Very good job. We're going to start warming up our wrists, laying down right here. So go ahead and just put them up in the sky. Wiggle your fingers. And let's take some rolls with our wrists going one way. And now let's roll them going the other way. You can hear them just popping and cracking. Okay, now let's go ahead and interlace them and push them up towards the sky. Very much kind of like the same movement we did yesterday. And how far back can you take them? Can you drop them all the way to the floor? Back up and release. Now we're going to sweep our legs up. And we're going to do the same things with our ankles. You can hold your legs here if that feels good. And just roll your ankles one way. Hear all those popping and cracking they're going to do. And roll them the other way. Go ahead and put your arms out in a T shape and drop your legs over to the left. Gaze towards the right, little spinal twist. Hear the cracking and the popping in the spine. Feels so good. Inhale back to center and drop those legs over to the right. Gazes towards the left. And back to middle. Hug those knees in, and we're going to rock and roll up to standing. So bring those legs up. If you don't make it up the first time, we can rock and roll. Massaging that spine a couple times. And bring yourself up to a standing position. You can go ahead and come into the middle of the mat. We're going to separate our feet more than hip width apart. We have a wide-legged stance here. Feet are pointed forward. They are parallel to the mat. Arms up. Fingers spread. Smile. And here we are. Our newest pose. Star. Some people call this victory pose. Some people call this celebration pose. In my book, this is star. And we are beautiful, bright, shining stars. So be big, be bright, and be a bold star. We're going to bring our arms into cactus. Take the right foot and pivot it towards the right edge of the mat. Left foot, pivot it towards the left side of the mat. Start to bend your knees and lower the booty down. And here we are in goddess. You're beautiful goddess. You are a beautiful goddess. I think we should say that twice. I am a goddess. One more time. I am a goddess. Ha! Feel it. Embody it. We're going to open up to the right side for our warrior two. So our left foot will pivot back to parallel or pointed towards the front. And our right leg will pivot towards the front of the mat. Our arms will be parallel to the mat, and our gaze is forward. Beautiful warrior two. Now we're going to swing our left hand around, come up, high lunge on our right side. Okay, so we're going to have some fun here. Well, I think we actually did warrior three the other day. So we're going to do warrior three again. Please get your blocks. So we're in our high lunge. We're going to step forward into warrior three. So we are going to come with our hands and plant them, and then press off of our left foot to find warrior three. Beautiful. Now our hips are square. We have a slight bend in our right knee, and our left foot is pointed or active back towards the back of the mat. Your hands can be on the blocks. They could be at heart center, or they can be out in front, traditional warrior three. Okay. If your hands are on your blocks, leave them there. We're going to go into half moon. If you're in traditional warrior three, go ahead and drop the right hand down. Left arm is going to sweep up. So to pivot, you just open up your hip. So you're here, squared hips, warrior three. And we pivot and open the hip for half moon. So this is half of it. We have to get our left arm up in the air. And this is a challenge, okay? If you feel confident with your left hand and your right hand being on the blocks, please keep your hands on the blocks. Smile here. This is a challenging, balancing position. Okay, and now coming out of this position, we're just going to step that left foot back, and we're going to swing our arms up. High lunge. Way to go, goddess. Way to go. Now, we are going to pivot back into our goddess position. So we just open up, warrior two, and then pivot that left foot back. Find your beautiful goddess. Way to go. Very good. Now we're going to do the other side, okay? So if you want to bring your blocks, go ahead and bring them to the other side of the mat. And we're going to swing our left arm down to come around into our high lunge. Yes, we're breathing. And now we're going to put our hands down on the block and shoot our right leg up. Same options here. We want squared hips, a light bend in our left knee. Our hands can be on the blocks here. This is a great position. They can be at heart center, a little more challenging, but you're still right here. Active right foot. Arms can be out in a T. This is a little easier, or straight ahead. Good job. So we're going to bring our left hand back down, open up the hips, same thing. So we're going from square hips to open hips for our half moon. Okay, and can you take the right arm up towards the sky? Now the next part is, can you take your gaze with it? This is hard for me too. If you fall, it's okay. We are here to catch you. Your mat's got your back. All right, and let's step back, open out, high lunge. Woohoo, way to go. And up, warrior two. Come back to your goddess. Way to go. Go ahead, dance some feet out. I know them hips and those legs are feeling it. Very good job. Now we can go ahead and move our blocks. We're going to come down to a yogic squat. So how I would have done this was we was in goddess. Now we're coming down all the way into my favorite squat position. We're going to take 3 deep breaths here. Good job. Now, we're going to take one Sun A. We learned these yesterday, so we're going to go through it. So go ahead and stand up and come to the top of your mat. Hands at heart center. Mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down through heart center. Inhale, arms up. Swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back the right, step back left. We're in plank. Lower down the knees, the chest, and the chin. Come through cobra. Meet me back in a downward facing dog. Go ahead and take some time to walk your dog out here. This will be our first and last down dog, so please find the movement that feels good here. Walking the dog is the best way to get the hamstring stretched out. Another fun movement in down dog is to come up to your tippy toes. And you're trying to get your thighs to touch your belly. So you're having to stretch through the shoulders at the same time. This is a great active stretch in down dog. Very hard. So yeah, don't try it if you don't want to. Come through to plank. Lower the knees. Mermaid those legs around. And we're coming back. We're going to find Navasana, our boat pose. Okay, lots of options here. So to fill into this, we want to be seated straight up, sits bones firmly planted, knees bent, feet rooted down, okay? This is where we begin for boat. We do not want to lose the integrity of the straight spine, so we are playing the teeter-totter game here. You can pick one foot up, see what it feels like. Maybe pick the other foot up, keeping the spine straight. See how that feels. If you want, you can bring both and keep your hands helping here. More challenging is, of course, no hands. I'm not going to go further than that. If you feel like this is not enough, but this causes you to curve, put your hands down on the mat right here and hold. This creates you a little bit of a lift, and it takes some of that pressure off of the core that makes us round through the spine. So this works core, and we like working core, and we like a straight spine, and we love to smile. So just play here for a minute, seeing how your boat feels. Oh yeah. Okay, and bring those feet back down. Very good. I got another new one here. Just go ahead and roll on back to your back. Both legs are up, knees are bent. So we're going to go into a reclined pigeon. We will do pigeon another day, but first I want you to feel the reclined pigeon. Please do realize how you're aligned here, where the pull is. Because when I get you down into the full hip opening pigeon on the ground, the sensation will be much stronger and you're not going to like me. And that's okay, because opening hips brings out emotions and we want them out. We do not want to store them. This may bring up some sort of an emotion too, but it's okay. So go ahead and bring the right leg up. We're going to figure four it. So our right ankle is going to sit right below our left knee. So we now have a figure four shape. This may be good for you. If you can't even pick your foot up and your foot is right here, this is a stretch, okay? For a lot of people, hips are tight. You know, we walk a lot and we never stretch them, so they get stronger, but they never get any flexibility. So here, if this is where you are, use your right hand to push. Just a little bit of added pressure. It should feel nice. This should not have a burning sensation. This should feel really deep. This should feel like a really deep stretch. If you're here, this is no problem. You can pick your left foot up and thread your fingers behind the left leg. Same thing, you can add a little bit of pressure here. If you still want more and this feels good, you can press with your right elbow into your right knee and continue to pull the left leg. And this will deepen the stretch. Go ahead and close your eyes here and really feel the sensation in the hip happening right now. Breathe love and power into that space. Let your body know that this is okay. Put that grin on your face. And remember to breathe. Good job. Go ahead and release that leg down. Release the right foot back down. Windshield wiper those legs before we move over to the other side. So this time right leg goes up and left leg crosses over. Same thing. If this is good, please stay here. My hips feel a little tight on my left side. If you want more, go ahead and pick that right leg up. Interlace your hands behind the right leg. We have active feet here. We want to protect our knee joints, and that's how we do that. Same option, slight pull here if you want. Press that left elbow against that left knee for a deeper sensation. Close those eyes. And send those loving deep breaths into that hip. And release. Good. Windshield wiper those legs again. And bring both those legs into the chest. We're going to do the same twist we started with. This time we're going to hold it a little longer, and I want you to realize the difference from when we just first started practice. So go ahead and send your arms out into T shape. Feet and legs are up into your chest. And we're going to drop them over to the left. Gaze is towards the right. Feel the difference in the openness that you have now that you've gotten your body warm. Nice, deep, conscious breathing here. Beautiful. Now back to center. Recenter yourself and then drop those knees over to the right. Gaze is towards the left. Beautiful. Inhale back to center. And go ahead and find your Shavasana. Legs out long. Arms out long. Palms facing up. Deep cleansing breath. Belly inhale. And then sigh it all out. So good. Way to go. You are a goddess. And you are amazing. Go ahead and start to wiggle those fingers on those toes. Bringing awareness back into the body. Go ahead and roll over to your right side. Use your left hand to push you up into an easy seat. Go ahead and bring your hands, right hand over the heart, left hand over right. Sit up nice and tall. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for showing up for yourself and being amazing. I will see you on the mat tomorrow. Namaste.